In the top stories, chain of command training sessions underway for fire department. Air Canada and Sunwing flights return to Grenada, and fear and fortitude engulf Uganda's Ebola epicenter. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Thursday, the 10th of November 2022. Davis. Nationally, the Ministry of National Security continues to invest in the human resource development in St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services with the staging of a chain of command workshop organized by the Training and Development Unit. The two-day workshop began on Wednesday with a ceremony at the NEMA conference room. It's being attended by junior fire officers, supervisors and senior officers, as well as auxiliary workers and STEP employees attached to the fire services. Acting Chief Fire Officer Garfield Hodge addressed his officers at Wednesday's opening ceremony, where he underscored the significance of such a training exercise to the daily functioning of the department. He said, quote, "The chain of command in its simplest form can be defined as an organizational structure that documents how each member reports to one another. It creates accountability within each as all personnel are responsible, not only for their own actions, but also for the actions of others and their subordinates, which in turn creates a culture of responsibility and dependency on others, and ultimately speaking, this is the main objective of this training and development workshop." End quote. According to Mr. Hodge, the inclusion of junior officers, auxiliary workers, and STEP employees ensures that at least 85% of the organization's personnel benefit from the capacity building exercise. The two-day training program is separated into two sessions. The morning sessions are being attended by junior officers, auxiliary workers, and STEP employees, while the supervisors and senior fire officers participate in the afternoon sessions. The Fire and Rescue Services Chain of Command workshop is being facilitated by National Security Advisor, retired Major General Stuart Saunders. 3 youth ambassadors are representing the Federation at the United Nations Climate Change Conference, or COP27, in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, 2 of whom are from Nevis. Cordicea Walters, a youth development officer, and Sebastian Manners, a physical planning officer, are both employees of the Nevis Island Administration, while Darion Edmead, environmental educational officer, is from St. Kitts. The Honorable Dr. Joyal Clark, Minister for the Ministry of Environment and Climate Action, declared her support for and her conviction that the youth are the critical component in the battle against climate change and climate resilience in St. Kitts and Nevis. The major task of the youth faction is to deliver 5 youth-driven actionables for the Ministry of Climate Action for 2023. They include nature, food, water, climate adaptation, and industry decarbonization. Dr. Clark said the intentional approach to expand the delegation in partnership with the Republic of China Taiwan was done because they remain a primary partner in terms of bilateral relationships. Their actions within the Federation and in Taiwan, she said, demonstrate readiness and willingness to partner on climate change for small island developing states. Minister Clark emphasized, quote, we recognize that expanding the delegation, which is the first time it has been done and at no cost to the government, was necessary because these negotiations and networking sessions require large delegations so that St. Kitts and Nevis can benefit from the 3-week conference. The technical team will be there ahead of the ministry and will be working on a CARICOM agenda of loss and damage, financing the 1.5 threshold. The 1.5 threshold refers to countries making a concerted climate action through the Paris Agreement to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in order to ultimately reduce global warming. The Republic of China Taiwan fully sponsored the participation of the youth delegation, while Girls Care Jamaica, a climate activist group, co-sponsored Cordicea Walters. The Ministry of Sport made a financial contribution to Jazara Claxton that will be used to develop her sporting skill further and to offset expenses while she's away as a member of the West Indies Under-19 female cricket team. Minister of Sport, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, presented the contribution to Jazara's mother, Ika Francis, and father, Frank Claxton, during a handover ceremony on Wednesday at the minister's office. Minister Duggins said that the ministry is, quote, proud of the two-sport athlete who continues to make the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis very proud. She has represented the country on the international field in cricket and football, end quote. He said, quote, we see a very talented young woman in Jazara, and we are happy to support that talent financially and otherwise from a national level. And as the Minister of Sport, I just want to congratulate the parents and Jazara personally for the hard work and talent that she has displayed as a national athlete in both sporting endeavors, end quote. Minister Duggins offered heartfelt congratulations to Jazara, saying, quote, we hope to hear about your further success on the international stage as we celebrate you here in the Federation, end quote. Her father, Frank Claxton, expressed sincere appreciation for the federal government's contribution and the minister's kind words. He said, quote, we would like to express a heartfelt thank you to the Ministry of Sport and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis for the donation made to our daughter. We're very proud of her and we want to see her go to the highest. We wish her well and we thank you all very much for the support, end quote. According to www.windiescricket.com, Jazara was selected as part of the women's under-19 squad for the upcoming tour of India. The upcoming tour will feature matches against India A, women under-19, India B, women under-19, and Sri Lanka women's under-19 at the Dr. Y.S. Rajasekara Reddy International Cricket Stadium. West Indies will then travel to Mumbai, where they'll play against New Zealand and New Zealand women under-19 at the D.Y. Patil Stadium.